Alright, thank you very much for clicking on the video. This is Gulpain back again. Just a very quick review of this RPG that I've been playing recently. It's a Blade Dancer for the old PSP. Now initially this game starts off with a nice anime opening, and then there's a lovely sort of town to walk around as well. There's loads of kind of weapon shops and kind of, you know, different crafting shops to go into, and then you go outside the town. It doesn't really land you in the middle of the town. It doesn't tell you what to do at all. Which is kind of, I suppose it's common for these sort of like RPGs, where they just don't give you any sort of hint or anything. You have to figure everything out yourself, which is good. Like I like that, but maybe just a little help would have been handy in this. Like, so you go around the town, and then you realize that you have to be basically like a delivery person in this, and you have to kind of collect things and bring them to different people, and then you have to go out into, well, you can go towards the castle, as in like traditional RPGs. You find the old castle and go there. But before you go to the castle, you go outside, and then you get into a few battles, and then you realize that the enemies become like seriously overpowered. I don't know what they were thinking with this. They were probably thinking like, you know, it's one of those games where you need to grind a lot. This is like, seriously, you need to grind a lot in this. So I did give this game like a real good try, because I really do like the anime aesthetic in this. And the graphics are okay. They're sort of that sort of kind of mid-noughties PS2 style graphics on the PSP, obviously. And it's sort of what got me with this game is it looks like Suikoden 4. I do like when they have the 3D kind of graphics, but they still have like the 2D portraits of the characters. I really like that. It kind of adds so much to the game, because the 3D graphics, you know, these games, the 3D graphics, they're normally very grey and they're normally very brown, and there's not that much colour, apart from if you go to like the forest areas. But it does kind of give me a Suikoden 4 vibes, which I do love Suikoden 4. But I thought this was an action RPG first, because you only initially have one character. You do get other characters as you progress through the game as well. I did give it a good try, but it's just so brutally hard that I sort of put it down, then came back to it, and put it down, then came back to it. And it wasn't really holding my interest. There are better RPGs, particularly on the PSP, but there are better RPGs out there. But yeah, the story is not really compelling either. I'm not 100% what's going on in the story. It just doesn't give you enough information. There are a lot of areas to visit at the start. You can basically, it's like an open world game. You can just, well, semi-open world. You can go to your first castle and town attached to the castle. And then you basically have to go out into the forest and just kill a few enemies, run back to the town, buy some health items, go out, you know, just get whatever gold you can, then kill a few more enemies, run back out to the town, run back into the town, and then back out and kill a few more enemies again. I did get to one bit that was brutally difficult, so I just sort of gave up. So this is a game that I'll definitely come back to again when I've, because I do have a few games I bought recently. I wanted to try them all. But this one sort of really stuck out as not a disappointment, but I was sort of disappointed with the brutal difficulty. Again, I'm not useless at games. Like, you know, I can do stuff in games, but this one really tough. Like, far too difficult for the start of the game. You really do have to do a lot of grinding. And, you know, if this was the only game that I had, that'd be absolutely fine. But I have like 20 RPGs that I need to try, so, you know, for an overly grinding game, it's sort of the opposite of, there's a few PSP games that are so easy that, you know, it's laughable how easy it is, but it's actually it's enjoyable. This one is really difficult, but it's not enjoyable difficult. It's quite difficult to explain. If you compare it to other PSP RPGs like Lunar or the Legend of Heroes, the first Legend of Heroes first chapter, then basically, you know, those are so much more enjoyable. They're not, well, Lunar is really easy. Lunar Silver Star Harmony is incredibly easy. Legend of Heroes is sort of medium. It's not easy. Well, it is easy. But in comparison to this, I'd much rather play those than this. This one is in a similar vein to other PSP RPGs as well, that are sort of like castle based, like Dragonair's Aria. They're very similar. Very difficult to put them apart. Maybe it's like the style of game they're going for. It's like, you know, very grind heavy. But anyway, so if you've played this game, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.